Hello. We are looking at November 2018 planetary news. Lots of things to focus on. Mars finally leaves Capricorn and is alone in Aquarius. Venus will be both retrograde and direct, and Mercury turns retrograde in Scorpio. So, all this and more. This is Komilla Sutton talking about the 2018 November news. So I've been posting planetary news for many years on my website, and you may have read it. And now what I'm doing is that in conjunction with the planetary news on my website, I'm making these short videos that you can see and understand a little bit more about what is happening with the planets. Now, every month there's some important aspects. The sun changes signs every month. We have a new moon and a full moon every month. So those are kind of regular things that I may not mention in this planetary news. If it is important, I will talk about it. Otherwise, I will give you a general indication. So as I was saying, that the most important thing about November is that Mars moves signs, and Mars has been for the last 6 months in Capricorn. Normally, that would be a great thing to celebrate because Mars is in its exaltation sign of Capricorn. But it has been with Ketu, and Ketu is this factor that we don't know. It's karma, past life, volatile. We don't know how it's going to react. So we have been dealing with it. And as of 6th of November, Mars will move out of Capricorn and move into Aquarius. Before 6th of November, actually, Mars is going to be exalted on 2nd and 3rd. By exalted, I mean it will be in its exact exaltation degree, which is a nice thing to have. It happens only once every 2 years. So enjoy that, especially if you are Aries and Scorpio, then it's your Lagna Lord in its highest possible energy. And then 6th, you have a new moon as well as Mars changing signs. And the thing about the Mars into Aquarius is normally what happens is that when planets change signs from exaltation, the next sign after exaltation is not such a good energy because it is going from its great height to a normal sign. So we always regard as the sign after the exaltation as not such a good transit for every planet. But in this case, there's two things, because firstly, Mars is out of the orbit of Ketu. Secondly, its ruler Saturn is in Sagittarius, which is the 11th sign from itself. So as astrologers, we're always making kind of decisions and seeing both aspects of it. So I do feel that Mars in Aquarius will be quite a positive energy. Aquarius is about healing the globe. Aquarius looks at environment, it looks at the bigger picture. So maybe this Mars, if we are using the positive aspect of Mars, would be defending these issues, would be protecting us from difficult energies. Of course, Mars has a more volatile, negative energy, which Aquarius can stoke up its fires through anger and frustration. And all of us, we should avoid that energy. We should look for the more positive aspect of Mars. So most of November, Mars is going to be in Aquarius. On 16th of November, Mars changes nakshatras. It will start in Dhanishta and then it will move on to Shatabhishak. I'll do separate little recordings for these things that you will see later on. But it goes into Shatabhishak, which is specifically also healing energy for it. Then the second aspect of November is Venus. Venus is going to be partly in retrograde and partly direct. So retrograde, as we start the month up to 16th of November, Venus is retrograde. That means it's rethinking its strategy. It's planning what to do, where it wants to move to. So we have to, hesitate before taking action. And especially if you're Taurus and Libra, you may have held back from acting out things. But good news is there after the 16th. Venus is going to be direct. It's very strong right up to December 31st, and 1st of January it moves out of Libra. So enjoy it. It will give strength. It will also calm the financial markets. It will have a number of positive effects. And if you're Libra, enjoy it. Cancer, Capricorn, and what's the other sign? Libra, Cancer, Capricorn, and Aries. This is a positive energy for you. And then finally, Mercury is going to be retrograde next month. Mercury is in Scorpio, and it is with Jupiter. So in my lecture on Jupiter, I did say that Jupiter doesn't conjoin with major planets. So I forgot to put major. So Jupiter doesn't have a conjunction with Saturn, Rahu, Ketu, or Mars for that matter, but it has a conjunction with Mercury and Sun during November. But the thing with Mercury is, again, Mercury doesn't do so well in Scorpio, but we have Guru there. And Guru is Jupiter, wise and knowledgeable. So Mercury is under very good company. So it can think about secret knowledge, about transformation, about, good thinking in a transformative way. But whenever it turns retrograde, I always watch the day it goes retrograde. And that day is a disruptive day. And something can happen. You can forget your keys. You can forget appointments. You can mess up situations. And again, as astrologers, we always watch the retrograde of Mercury. So, and if you're Gemini, Virgo, of course, it's your ascendant ruler. So it's doubly important to watch. But the day it turns retrograde, which is on 16th of November, and the day it goes direct, which will be in December. I think it's December 3rd. More about that in the December newsletter. So the three key factors are there in the next month. Then also Saturn will change nakshatras. So Saturn is at present in Mula, where he's been for some time. He's going to go into Purva Ashadha. And that is on the 27th of November. So one thing, like at the end, and something why you can check more out on my website, is the importance of key dates in the next month. We have the 6th of November, we have the 16th of November, and the 27th of November. There's a lot of energy that is happening on those dates. So how to deal with it, what to do, that is important. And finally, I would say finally, that in all these times when the energy is disruptive, you are being patient around that time. And especially during this Mars in Aquarius, you are not allowing the air to fan the flames of anger and frustration. And you're more using discipline and calmness to deal with any obstacles that you may face. So hope you enjoyed this. The planetary news will come every month. The best way to take advantage of this news is, and to also know what is happening about on the 6th and 16th and 27th, go to my website, komilla.com, and planetary news page. I'll put a link at the bottom. You can look at that. And thank you again. I appreciate it so much.